6. We're tracking road conditions and preparations as a monster storm moves toward Indiana.
And the snow has begun, but it is only the beginning. The bulk of this system is still hours away. I'll have the timing of what you can expect.
The winter storm we've been telling you about for days, it's finally here. I'm Ashton Hackman. We'll take you inside the state's Emergency Operations Center to show you how the state and federal agencies are monitoring this historic winter storm.
Salt shortage. We want you to hear from contractors who tell us they are struggling to fill their trucks and how this could affect you on the roads. Live from Indy on a snowy Saturday night, you're watching 13 News.
Well, take a look. The snow is here, and it's about to get worse throughout the night. So let's start tonight with a live look at our INDOT camera. This is in Martinsville. This massive storm is moving its way to Indiana. We are seeing some heavier snowfall in the southern part of the state, and it is set to move north.
We've got live team coverage for you tonight. Our Jenna Webster is out on the roads. Ashton Hackman is following the local government's response. We'll hear from both of them in a moment. Welcome inside Channel 13. Want to begin, though, tonight here in the Weather Center. That's where Rob has been tracking this winter storm.
Yeah, you've been warning us for a while. So where are we at now? What's the timing?
So the snow has begun. Everything appears to be exactly on track as we expected. The consistency is light and fluffy. Temperatures are where we expected them to be. If there's anything that maybe has trended slightly differently, it's that there's not as much dry air that ate into the snow. So we're already starting to see perhaps a little more accumulation than maybe what we thought we'd be at this point. That's not to say the forecast is off track. Let me get into it and I'll show you where we are with satellite and radar. There's the shield of snow. And as I mentioned at the top of the newscast, this is only just the beginning. This is that weaker wave that we expected to arrive around this time. The bulk of the system is still developing. Notice the darker colors. Notice it's starting to come together. That will move our way by tomorrow morning, and that's when we expect the bulk of the accumulation, which potentially could put us in that 8 to 12 inch range. That is still what we are expecting. We have not changed this map at this point. We think that this is still a pretty good forecast. 8 to 12 is what we are experiencing, or we're expecting to experience. We are monitoring some trends that maybe show this a little nudge to the north. That could increase the snowfall totals, but overall, I still feel like we're on track. I am monitoring those trends, and if I need to make any adjustments, I will. Keep in mind, the snowiest days in Indianapolis history, and records go back to 1871. These are the top 5 snowfalls in one day. Just a little caveat here, this is midnight to midnight. So if you get 3 inches of snow before midnight and the rest of the 9 inches of snow arrives after midnight through the next midnight, that wouldn't make it on this list. But we do feel like the bulk of the storm is going to arrive tomorrow. Will it put us in the top 5 or rival the systems that were in 2014 or 2018? It is possible, but we're going to continue to watch it. Let's talk temperatures. Expected to be in the single digits to near 10. That's exactly where we are at this moment. That's why it's a dry, powdery snow that's moving through. And we still do have some light winds that are causing these temperatures to feel like they're below zero. Right now, current wind chills are below zero for almost everyone, the exception here being Columbus and Batesville, which are right at zero. As far as what to expect, the snow, light as it may be, although in some locations it's a little bit heavier, we do think it'll get a little bit heavier after about midnight and continue all the way through tomorrow evening before it starts to wrap up, and then the temperatures will drop. I'll walk you through a little more of the timeline and show you a little bit more information about the snowfall coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Rob, thanks so much. We do have crews tonight all across central Indiana as this snow moves in.
Yeah, we've got live team coverage beginning with Jenna Webster, who's checking out the road conditions on this Saturday night. So Jenna, tell us your location and how the snow is impacting drivers.
Yeah, well, we are on I-70 heading west, just really as the show was coming on the air. We're in Morgan County. We approach, you can see outside that we are stuck in quite a little bit of traffic behind a few semis. And just checking our email from our NDOT camera notifications, their traffic center. This came in at 5:30. This is the traffic that we are stuck in right now. They're talking about mile meter 52. Morgan County, there is the right lane is blocked due to a crash with unknown injuries and an overturned semi that is on its side in the ditch. Not sure how long this traffic is going to last for, but we are sitting back very far in this right now. But if you take a look out on the roads, they're not horrible right now. This semi being overturned is proof that it is difficult to drive, and you need to be paying attention to what the road conditions are like. You can't really see right now because traffic is so slow, but as more traffic has been going and you're going on those speeds a little bit faster on the highway, you have been seeing the snow drifting across the highway a little bit. As we were leaving Indianapolis, you could kind of feel it underneath your tires a little bit, but we know just as the night goes on, as we get into tomorrow morning, these road conditions are going to continue to deteriorate. We're going to check back in just a little bit, maybe get an update on this traffic that we're sitting in, and I do have some more information to share from some of our county emergency management agencies coming up in just a little bit.
Yeah, I know a lot of county emergency management agency folks are saying, you know what, stay home if you can. And I guess what we're seeing there, Jenna, is there's the reason why already a slowdown in Morgan County. All right, we'll check back with you throughout the hour. Thank you. Well, a big winter storm, of course, requires a big response at the state level. In fact, right now, Indiana has opened its Emergency Operations Center,
bringing together multiple state agencies. Ashton Hackman continues our coverage tonight. He takes us inside as state leaders make sure that they're ready if Hoosiers need some help.
It's all hands on deck as a historic winter storm moves across central Indiana. You're getting a look inside the Emergency Operations Center for the state of Indiana. It's where multiple state agencies, including the federal level, come together under one roof to make sure Hoosiers stay safe as the storm hits.
Ahead of drivers trying to get traction or plows hitting snow-covered roads, Indiana has activated its Emergency Operations Center, the state's most critical agencies under one roof.
Anyone that would have a role in public safety associated with one of these events has a seat in this room.
National Weather Service, INDOT, and Indiana State Police monitor road conditions and traffic statuses. Extra eyes to find stranded motorists and for monitoring warming centers. State workers on 12-hour shifts, so help is there when needed.
And when we have these kind of events, we know that there are certain cascading impacts that are going to happen. The top priority for this and all the people in this room are the protection of lives and property. So that is always this room's priority, is the public safety of the citizens of Indiana.
The biggest message, stay off the roads.
When they go out and they get stranded, then I have to put other first responders in critical crisis situations to go out and rescue those folks. So please listen to your local officials.
Officials urging Hoosiers to stay home as the winter storm bears down. In Indianapolis, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
Unfortunately, a big concern for crews trying to clear snow on the roads is a potential salt shortage that's continuing to grow.
Our Marina Silva continues our team coverage tonight with that story.
As the winter storm stacks up this season, salt supplies are put to the test. Local businesses say trying to bring in salt is proving to be a challenge.
I have no idea where our next salt's coming from.
Donnie Mullis is the owner of Circle City Outdoors. They handle commercial properties. He says they've been traveling out of state for salt.
We jumped to a place off Lake Michigan, just into Michigan. That place got shut down, and then we were hauling regularly for the last 2 weeks out of Chicago and got shut down there on Tuesday of this week.
He even tried Nashville, Tennessee, all shut down for salt.
We feel comfortable that we have enough salt to probably get through what we have, but I would like a little cushion to be able to know that I can fully take care of my customers.
Cicero posted this notice earlier this week saying it will only be doing major intersections, railroad crossings, and traffic signals. In Indianapolis, DPW says it will be okay with salt.
Plenty of salt in our coffers throughout the county. We have enough salt for this, definitely this event. The salt will be sparingly at the beginning because the snow accumulation will be so much, and then we'll determine once the roads are clear.
So as the storm moves in tonight and possibly the rest of the season, the demand for salt grows.
I've been doing this for a long period of time, and I was talking to our one salt supplier laying in bed at 11 p.m. at night that winter, and he and I were having a phone conversation like it was 11 a.m. and it was becoming a regular thing from us, and our salt was coming from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and at one point in time, some town in Pennsylvania that I can't remember. So we've been here before. It's just been, 10, 12 years ago.
So as the storm moves in tonight and possibly the rest of the season, the demand for salt grows. Reporting in Indianapolis, Marina Silva, 13 News.
And we do want to let you know I-70 westbound in Morgan County is now back open, but again, traffic's still slow. We also want to let you know Indy DPW announced trash and recycling are canceled for Monday. Pickup instead will be on a sliding schedule, so that means one day later than the original pickup day.
Best to stay home, but if you do have to get out this weekend, make sure that you protect your car. The snow and frigid temperatures can really take a toll on it. Park in a garage when you get a chance. Double check your battery. Make sure that your battery is clean and free of corrosion, and check your tires. Low temperatures can cause tire pressure to drop. We've got the steps you can take tonight so you don't wake up tomorrow with any vehicle damage. You'll find all of that right now over on WTHR.com.
You know, Indiana, far from the only state dealing with this massive storm.
Yeah, tonight more than 150 million Americans are under a winter weather warning. Ivan Rodriguez tonight breaks down how large and dangerous this storm is going to get across our country.
Don't go out. Stay home and make yourself safe, and safety is paramount.
A blockbuster winter storm is bringing snow, ice, and bone-chilling temperatures to much of the U.S. this weekend.
Frankly, it will be colder than any sustained period that New York has experienced in about 8 years.
States of emergency were declared in several states, and forecasters say tens of millions of people from Texas through New England will be affected.
Our city crews will be working around the clock to clear the streets and keep up with the pace of the storm.
The frigid blast is already causing travel issues. Some roadways, including Interstate 20 and I-49 in Louisiana, is closed due to weather.
If you do get stranded, make sure you're in a safe space. If you're on the interstate, get off on an exit ramp. You can get to a publicly lit parking lot to get to the destination where you are absolutely safe.
As of Saturday afternoon, more than 10,000 flights in the U.S. are canceled through Monday, according to travel tracker site FlightAware. Meanwhile, officials at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport are using new machinery to try to minimize flight delays.
I'm confident that we will keep the airfield open for arrivals and departures throughout the entire event.
The bottom line from officials: avoid the outdoors and roadways if possible.
We panic in the South. I'm not so much a panicker. I got gas and electricity, so as long as I got gas, I'll be all right.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Want to let you know a crash in Boone County this morning before the bad weather started seriously injured 3 people. The Boone County Sheriff's Office telling us 2 vehicles crashed at the intersection of State Road 75 and State Road 47 in Thorntown. All 3 people involved unfortunately have critical injuries. The Sheriff's Office now investigating that crash.
Still ahead on this Saturday night, another shooting in Minneapolis involving ICE.
And it's now confirmed the person shot has died. The new information we're learning from local and national leaders about what happened. Rob?
And I'm also tracking the traffic, what's going on the interstates, the radar, the new model data that's coming in. If we need to make any adjustments to the forecast, there's a lot happening in the weather department. I'll have it all for you coming up.
National champions in a celebration that did the trick just fine. Through the cold, through the wind, through the snow, all smiles here at Memorial Stadium. We got you covered with the fan reaction coming up next.